Michelle Johnston, and I am the Central Regional Rep, as well as I co-lead a chapter here in Liberty, Missouri, just outside of Kansas City. This video is to introduce you to the brand new, beautiful checklist and tool sent to each of us by Days for Girls International. I am so excited about these tools, and I am looking forward to implementing them in our chapter procedures. These tools are a way for Days for Girls to objectively define for us what constitutes a Gold Star kit. To help us be able to do this, our amazing sewing specialist team have developed these tools to help you and I reach women and girls with quality Days for Girls kits that will last for 3+ years. Days for Girls is inviting all chapters and teams to join with them and commit to consistency and quality with every stitch that we make. So, why does quality matter? After distributing 1.7 million Days for Girls kits into the world, we have learned that if we are using up-to-date patterns and carefully following them with approved materials, these kits will be the ideal solution for women and girls to take care of her period. Every quality checkpoint has a purpose. Even the smallest details make a big difference. The beauty of her Days for Girls kit will serve as a constant physical reminder that she matters. And it will continue to shatter stigma surrounding menstruation long after she receives it. This is the checklist for the shield. We're going to be using these checklists to check each individual component. As we check them, they will go into 3 different stacks. Gold standard is for the ideal components. As we scroll down the column, we can see that each of our checkpoints has a margin for what constitutes gold standard. When we flip the chart over, we see a perfect visual of what that margin is, and we will go over that more in the next segment of this video. Gold standard is what we should be striving for. The next row over is our fit for purpose. These components are not quite gold standard, however, they are good enough. The suggestion for fit for purpose components is that we don't put more than 1 or 2 of our fit for purpose components in a kit. So if you have a fit for purpose shield, you need to pair it with a gold standard shield. If you are a team leader or a sewer and you repeatedly see some of the same errors over and over, then we need to figure out what we are doing and try to fix it so that we can have more of our components become gold standard. Our third column is not fit for purpose. These components we ask that you do not send. If you have some of these, then we will ask that you hold on to them, maybe in reserve for emergency situations such as natural disasters or emergency preparedness. As you scroll down in this column, you can see bolded letters and words, and these are instructions of how to fix these components to be able to then put them in fit for purpose stacks. Today we're going to be showing you how to use the tool alongside with the checklist, but we will only be doing it for the shield. We also have them for the transport bags, the surge liners, and the drawstring bags. So this tool is meant to be used alongside with the checklist, and when I was checking my shields, I also always use my pocket checker to make it quick. So the more that you do this, the better you'll get and the faster it will get. But today we're going to run through our numerical checklist here. And anytime you have extra questions, you can also refer to the checklist up here. The first thing that we check is the fabric to make sure that it is stain busting and durable. The second thing we check is the PUL. Is it shiny side up? If you rub your fingers right alongside here, you can actually feel that the shiny side is up because it's nice and slippery. If you were to turn it around and try to do it from the other side, it slides on this side and not on this side. Okay, so now we're going to check the size. Okay, so you can actually see that this particular shield covers up the gold standard underneath it. So this one would not be gold standard. It automatically would be put in fit for purpose. It doesn't cross over quite into the red. It barely almost covers up the green on the length, but we're still going to call it a fit for purpose. But we're going to go ahead and check the rest of the numbers just to make sure that it doesn't belong in not fit for purpose. Okay, so we're going to check our pockets here. I'm going to take our pocket checker and test the distance between the pockets, and we notice that there's actually too much distance here. So in order to be able to tell if it's fit for purpose or not fit for purpose, we're going to refer to our checklist. Distance between two pockets tells us that 4 3/4 to 5 1/4 can still be fit for purpose. So this one is good to go. If it's more than that, then it would actually be not fit for purpose. Okay, now we're going to check our openings. Put it right in there, make sure it goes up to the gold line. There are more details about this in the checklist as well, but these ones are good. So the final pocket thing that we check is to make sure that they are stitched along the bottom and that they are double layered. Okay, this one looks really good. The edge stitching is number 8. So we want to make sure that there's an 1/8 of an inch stitch all the way around the shield and that it doesn't ever come over the edge. This one looks nice and balanced. The tension is nice and it looks good to go. So as I'm checking this, I'm also double checking the back tacks of each pocket. Now something I didn't know before having these tools is that to have a gold standard back tack, we need at least 3 stitches long and crossing from the pocket onto the main body. So this one actually, they do not. These back tacks, they're back tacked, but they do not come onto the body. So that would be another reason this would be fit for purpose. The last thing we check are the snaps. We're going to snap it 3 times, make sure that they were in the right position. Make sure that those snaps are nice and strong. And this one's good to go into our fit for purpose pile. So together we can use these tools to continuously improve our work and help our volunteers to sew gold standard kits and honor the women and girls that are receiving them. Finally, here are some tips for team and chapter leaders. 1, make sure that every volunteer has up-to-date patterns and instructions so they can perform their own quality checks and prevent mistakes from being replicated. Number 2, meet with your volunteers regularly to review their work, and you can show them the templates and checklists that were made for us. Number 3, remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindly help volunteers to make adjustments and improvements if needed. And finally, thank you for doing all that you can to ensure that your teams are committed to quality. Happy checking!